Hello and welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I want to talk about some marketing tactics that companies use year-round, but particularly during the holiday season to get us to buy more products, basically. I actually really enjoy holiday makeup releases, and I've done 2 videos talking about them, and I've reviewed 2 holiday releases, the Metropolis palette and the Hourglass palette. However, I think that sometimes companies are overdoing it, and we just need to be aware so that we don't spend more money than we want to be spending, because they know that the holidays in particular is a time of year when people will spend more than they should or want to be spending. So let's get into it. The first one is something I've heard a lot of people talk about, and that is limited edition products are not necessarily limited edition. I think we know that by now with examples such as Champagne Pop. We thought that was going to be limited edition, and 5 years later it's still around, although it is a good and popular product, so I understand why they would want to bring it back. Another holiday example is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. They re-released that this July, and then they released a second edition of it this year, which is quite similar to the first one. So sometimes they really get us with this. It's limited edition, it's a limited edition. And often it is, but that brings me to number 2. And that is that sometimes a very similar product may be released in the future. It may not be the exact palette by Hourglass, but there will be some repeat shades in it. And it's possible the future product could be even better than the one this season. So unless you really want something, you may want to hold off, because if it doesn't exactly fit your needs, in the future, the company may release a similar product with improvements. Another example of that is Tarte blush palettes. They always release blush kits and blush palettes at the holidays, and a few years ago, those were getting pretty bad reviews. But in the last 1 or 2 years, I think they have improved those, and they have been getting better reviews. So sometimes it's better to wait, because something better may come into the future. Number 3 is that holiday sets are not always a good deal, only if you want to try most of the products. Especially now, because more and more I've seen Sephora and Ulta release minis of a lot of their products. So if there's only 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 items in those holiday sets, you may actually be saving money by just buying 1 or 2 of the minis instead of buying the whole kit if you weren't really interested in all of the products. So do keep that in mind, and check the minis section of Sephora and Ulta, because they have so many of their products in 1/2 and 1/4 sizes now. Number 4 is that permanent products may actually be higher quality than limited edition holiday releases. This is not always true, but sometimes companies do use different manufacturers and different formulas for their holiday releases than they do for their permanent line of products that they sell year-round. One very good example of this is Tarte. I've seen a lot of so-so reviews on their holiday palettes, but their permanent palettes, such as the Tarte Linen Bloom and the Tarte Toasted, which I do own and love, are higher quality. And not only that, those permanent palettes are actually cheaper than their holiday palettes. I think that they're around $40, and some of their holiday palettes are like $45, $55. So although the holiday palettes do sometimes come with mascaras and various minis and things like that, but just be aware it may not always be the same quality. And number 5 is that these limited edition holiday products may end up just being on sale by the end of the holiday season. Often in December, I see so many holiday releases on sale on both the Sephora and Ulta websites. For example, those Bite Mini lipsticks, those I've noticed rarely sell out. And this is something I've been kind of monitoring, this whole holiday makeup trend, for a few years. And I've noticed there are certain products that do sell out, but others don't sell out right away, and by December, they may be wanting to get rid of those products because they want to bring in new stuff. So I always see so much holiday makeup on sale towards the end of the season. So if you're unsure about something, just wait, because not everything sells out. I mean, granted, there are holiday releases that do sell out every year, but most of it does not sell out in the first week or two. Alrighty, so that is it for this video. Let me know what you think. I know this was a little bit different, and like I said, I do love holiday makeup, but I've purchased the Hourglass palette and the Natasha Denona, and that's it. I've got no money left to spend, so I know they're gonna keep releasing stuff. There's already been a ton of stuff released since I last did a holiday video, which was like a week ago. So crazy stuff. Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching.